Fall. I love it. It's cooling off. It's not so dang hot out here. And best of all, it means pumpkins. Guys, I think you see where this is going here. We got the 37mm Parrott rifle, which you've seen in a lot of previous videos where we shot all kinds of stuff with this thing. We got a 1.2 pound projectile. This is a lead one. We've also got some crazy sort of Mad Max stuff that we worked up for this cannon as well that hopefully we'll get a chance to shoot at some stuff today. We got a row of pumpkins. This projectile is leaving the muzzle with 46,000 foot-pounds of energy. A lot of power, 1/4 pound of black powder and a 1.2 pound projectile. So we're gonna stoke this little cannon up and shove this little pill, it's not a little pill, but we're gonna shove this pill down range, see what happens to these pumpkins. Let's do it. All right, here we go. No idea what's gonna happen at all. Oh yeah. Let's get the heck out of here. I'm gonna get behind Chad's truck. What? What in the heck? What? Oh, all right, we gotta see what happened. That is nuts. Guys, you know, I had to calm down for a second. I was literally giddy with excitement. See, I thought what happened was that the projectile just went through the first like 4 or 5 and then just went out the side and went somewhere. But when I walked up here, it punched a clean hole all the way through 14 pumpkins. God, that's awesome. So much power. All right, so here's number 12. Exit. Here's unlucky number 13. Yeah. All right, number 14 has a hole in him. No exit. All right. Now you don't mean to tell me, now I don't mean to be telling tales out of school, but I mean, just cutting this pumpkin, guys, one thing to realize, the rinds on these things are freaking tough now. These things aren't a joke. And that cannon just had a heck of a job to do in terms of getting all this out of here. What happened? Oh yeah! Oh yes! Oh baby, check it out! Yeah! That is what I'm talking about. Guys, I could not do that again if I tried. That was literally a freakish stroke of luck. Wow. You know, I thought about shooting some other stuff today, but I don't know. You know what? We're going to shoot more stuff, dang it. Bring in some more pumpkins. We're going to do this again. Guys, I had to walk away for a second and regain my composure from that last shot. I can't believe we got that on the first try. You could not ask for a better result. That projectile expanded in a crazy way that I've never seen. That is just nuts. So guys, what we have here is probably the biggest waxer that's ever been made. And I want to dedicate this waxer to my friend Barry, okay, who we love very much and we wish he was still here with us. And we want to dedicate this waxer to him. I took my mold, so I basically have a giant bullet mold that I use to make these projectiles for this cannon. So we took number 4 buckshot, actually about 270 pellets of number 4 buckshot to fill the mold, and then we poured in and dribbled in a mixture of paraffin wax and beeswax. The projectile weighs a pretty good little bit. Now, this is a rifle barrel, so what could happen, it could, as it exits the muzzle of the barrel, it could spin and separate and throw the shots out of the actual projectile. It could break apart at the muzzle. We don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen. So we're just going to do it. That's all we can do. Oh yeah. All right, cannon waxer. No idea what's going to happen. Let's do it. All right, guys, very, very, very drastic result. Different in terms of what we got the first time. As the projectile left the muzzle, I'm going to theorize. I don't have to theorize, I know because I just observed it. The projectile began to immediately shed number 4 buckshot pellets, which some of them wound up in the target, and some of them wound up all over our pumpkin remnants out to the side. So it threw a giant stream of shot towards these pumpkins. We did get something penetrate this pumpkin and it didn't exit. So it tells me that it could be a portion of our slug, and you see it didn't penetrate hardly at all. That's probably because, without cutting this pumpkin open, I'm just going to theorize that it's very possible that just a piece of wax made contact with this pumpkin, and that wax didn't have any shot left in it, and it didn't have enough carrying energy to push through the pumpkins. What makes this cannon so destructive is the weight of the projectile. You start slinging a big old piece of lead, even at a relatively slow velocity, and you're still getting a ton of energy. So when you start getting into some stupid powerful stuff is when you start talking not only heavy weight, but, you know, high velocity. So, you know, you take a 40 grain 223 and send it through the air at 4,000 feet per second or whatever. Sure, it's 4,000 feet per second, but it's 40 grains. You start adding some mass to the equation, you start getting places. All right, let's see what we got here. What the heck? It went in. Well, that's odd. I mean, unless it bounced out. Huh. Nothing in there. Just a big old hole. It very well could have just bounced out of there. So, I guess, guys, that was a failed result, but nonetheless fun. I'll tell you what, we got one more thing we're going to shoot in this video just for fun. How about a hot glue projectile? Solid hot glue, no shot. This will, all right, so the difference is this is lightweight. It will stay together in one piece because it's just a big chunk of hot glue. And we're going to use the same powder charge, so maybe we'll get some butt-kicking velocity. We'll see what happens. Let's do it. All right, this time, solid hot glue slug. This thing is super, super light. However, it's also very, very dense. I mean, this thing is super, super dense. The consistency of it, I mean, this thing's pretty hard. Okay, it's hot glue, and when it cures, it's pretty dang tough. The skirt is a little bit flexible, so that'll allow it to grab the rifling. Let's see what happens. Oh yeah, good fit. Look at that. If this works out good, we're going to make more of them. Hot glue projectile, here goes nothing. What in the heck? All right, guys, relatively lackluster result with the hot glue. It only went through one pumpkin. It literally just blew up this one pumpkin right here in the front, and the rest of them are completely unscathed. And then we found this laying over here in the grass about 5 feet away from the pumpkin. So one thing that's cool about this though, is like if I remember taking, you know, this cannon to like an event or a shoot or something like that, and I want to really make sure that I can reduce collateral damage, this is a handy thing because I can cast up a bunch of these, and when they hit something, they just obliterate and turn into nothing, and you're not worrying about, you know, a 1.2 pound lead projectile flying off into the blue wonder. So this is a good way to shoot something like this without having to worry about where the rounds are going to go, because as soon as they hit something, they're going to lose all their energy, and that's it. Guys, thanks for watching today's video. We really appreciate it. But I tell you what, I got a lot of comments about this, and I want people to see this. They wanted me to shoot buckshot out of the cannon too. So we got a pound of buckshot. Let's stoke her up, put all the remnants in a pile, and just we're going to leave you with that thought. Guys, thank you very much for supporting us on Patreon and also supporting us with man cans. It allows us to really be able to do the awesome things that we want to do, and we really appreciate all of our fans that have supported us all this time. You guys have a good day. We'll see you next time.